take a look at the flip side of the matchup that they had on Sunday, and let's talk a little bit about how good this Ravens team looked. I mean, through first 2 weeks, man, this new look offense under Monken is cooking. They got humming through the first 2 weeks as the headline. First 0-2 or 2-0 start since 2020, so gotta love that. Especially after losing that great preseason streak that Harbaugh had. Gotta love the start that they had to this season. But I mean, what are you seeing good out of the Ravens offense, man? I mean, all these receivers look like they're involved. Zay Flowers looks like he was a great first round selection. It looks like this team's gonna do okay without a J.K. Dobbins. That run game was still a presence against Cincinnati. But what are you excited about in this Ravens offense?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit with the Dobbins injury. Like, they've kind of gotten used to playing without J.K. Dobbins. Like, that was going to be a plus. Now we're just back to the normal Ravens running game, which is still a very good running game, especially with the threat of Lamar Jackson, who has looked fantastic in these first 2 weeks. Didn't look as great in week one, but they still put up 25 points. But he looked really good in this one, man. Like, the Ravens offense really felt in control the entire time. You talked about Zay Flowers, man. That was a guy I fell in love with during training camp. He looks great. He looks like, dare I say, the best wide receiver in this class, through 2 weeks. Other than Puka Nakua, who we all thought would be a contender for that award. Um,
Oh
but
my God.
I cannot believe that that's real, by the way. But we're talking about the Ravens offense. It looks great, man. Not to mention the defense looking just as good as ever. Even holding this Bengals offense to 24 points, that's borderline an accomplishment. Um, they're able to get the job done here in Baltimore. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this Ravens offense, man. It looks great. Monken looks fantastic, and it's just different, man. It feels much more diverse. It feels like the pass game has opened up so more. It doesn't feel so run game centric. It's much harder to stop, even for a good Cincinnati defense, man. I mean, their passing numbers are much higher than I believe Lamar had over 250 yards passing yesterday. Just like
237 with two tuds, which
yeah,
is impressive for
like
sure.
he in the running game, I don't think you're even losing that much in the running game either because of the way that they're diversifying this offense. The running game, when they go to it, is still very good. It's not like they've abandoned the run game, and it's not like it's become inefficient. It's still, I wouldn't say just as good, but very close to it. And when you're doing it less, they're going to become more efficient with those touches. I just think overall Monken has done a great job with this offense. And I think the Ravens, are creeping in to become the division favorite right now.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about it. One of these teams is going to start creeping up on the Bengals as far as their favoritism in the division, and it's looking like the Ravens after the first 2 weeks. And you mentioned the run game. They don't have to rely upon it this year. Justice Hill and Gus Edwards had 22 carries combined, which is not what we're used to seeing from the Ravens offense, at least 20 carries per one
Well,
guy.
and the craziest part about this is they're still fourth in rush attempts in the NFL
Wow.
this year. So they've not abandoned the running game. And let me
I mean,
see.
Lamar had 12 carries. He led the team. So,
Yeah,
like, that's
that's the
really
other
going to
thing.
tell you what is going to happen in Baltimore this year. I mean, Lamar Jackson is the premier rushing threat, like he always has been in Baltimore. And then you just go down the line with your running backs. And not to mention, the guy can throw football passes and throw touchdowns and possibly win an MVP this year. Yeah, football passes, man. He's pretty freaking good at it, if I may say. Shout out Nelson Aguilar, bro. Touchdown pass makes it comes out of the grave to catch a
Yeah,
touchdown pass
I
on
could not
Sunday.
believe my eyes when I saw that. Also, one thing to watch out for injury wise, just add on to the report for them. Odell Beckham ankle
Yeah,
injury did get ruled out for the remainder of the game.
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to
Of course
laugh. I'm
not.
sorry. I'm sorry,
But they
but
do
I
get
mean
Mark
this is
Andrews back. They do get Mark Andrews back in this one, so that's a nice thing for them. But the Odell thing, just I think the hype
it
for
was gonna
him kind of
happen.
went away when Zay Flowers started to take over the spotlight. Because like if Zay Flowers didn't look as good as he has, we would be really sounding the alarm on the Ravens right now, despite how good that they've looked without Odell Beckham. But now that Zay Flowers taken over here as the one, it doesn't hurt as bad.